afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my channel. This is Lighthouse. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing. Take what resonates with these messages, leave what does not. Everything is not for everybody. Use your own intuition. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can go to my website, 𝓂LISSA'S.com, or contact me on Instagram, 𝓂LISSA'S79. As always, I'd like to thank my angels, my archangels, my guides, my ancestors, the divine, for allowing me to be a clear channel. Bear with me 1 second. All right, this is a past life reading, guys. Past life reading. The first card that comes up is Atlantis. And I keep hearing Atlanta is Atlantis. Rise up. We excuse me, one of the I'm teaching myself I'm teaching myself comedic science. They said Atlanta is Atlantis. They said look up where the heart chakra, look up where the earth's heart chakras are, and look up where the earth's chakras are, period. But I think Stonehenge is where the heart chakra is, but don't get me to lying. They said the stone people, so I feel like that's confirmation of what I'm saying. Dolphin consciousness, we're rising up. Egyptian comedic science, one of the Egyptian netters is Horus. Like I always talk about, Horus is a falcon god. Atlanta is Atlantis. All right. And then, take it as it resonates. We have different lifetimes, so sometimes this is why we have, we like different things, different music, different, we have a penchant for different things, affinity for other things, because all of our lifetimes come into play. Greco-Roman. They said Greco is the last name as well. Roman is also a last name. They said Roman's revenge. They're showing me 300. They said Acropolis, Metropolis. And then they said the Apollo Theater, 125, 125th Street. Listen to my last couple of videos, how I was talking about, throughout my videos, but I think it was in an SOS video about, is there a treasure for you? I feel like it was that video. But it was talking about how we're clearing, and I got this information from Ascension Tarot. Her information is really deep, really serious. She talks about people living in one place for a specific amount of time because they owe the land karma. They owe the land karma. So this explains why some people move very often, why some people live in one place for lifetimes, live in the same place in a particular lifetime, and you take from that what you may. But she was talking about land clearing information and about how there might be treasure for those of us that have done the light work, that have done the shadow work, that have cleared and paid our karma. There's treasure for you. But, it's along the ley lines and the rivers, and, water has a lot to do with things right now. So do some homework, do some research. I'm also getting the pyramids, even though it's, they said the Greeks stole Kemetic knowledge. And I'll leave it at that. Now here's the crazy part. Wow. Egypt and Asia come out, but look at this. I feel like it's, different lifetimes. Health comes out. So some people were medicine woman, medicine man. They said some people were witches, warlocks, and wizards. You work outside. They said you worked off the grid. They're showing me that they said do your homework behind the symbol. And I forgot what the name of it is. They said Slytherin. But the name, I think it's Cork. They said I'm making devils cower to the Caucasus Mountains. um, but Caucasus or something. Don't get me to lying, but do your homework. Hospital. They said pharmacy, apothecary. But look at this. Look what comes out. Medicine woman, medicine man. Like I said, in different lifetimes, we're healers. They said Dr. Quinn, medicine woman. I never did watch that show. And then they're saying Texas, Walker, Texas Ranger. But yeah, they said Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie. They said Walker, Texas Ranger. And then they said little Quinn, Dr. Quinn, medicine woman. They said Dreamcatcher. They said The Doors. Val Kilmer, they're telling me The Doors because he played, what was his name? They said William Blake, Aldous Huxley, William Blake, The Doors, Val Kilmer. What is that man? What is that man's name? Hold on one second, because it's gonna bother me. Jim Morrison. Jim Morrison, and then they said La Bamba. All of these people, Jim, what was his name in La Bamba? But anyway, you guys do your homework, do your research. They said do the scavenger hunt. They said puzzle pieces, put the pieces together, and then they're saying pick up the pieces. I feel like these are three ancestors right here. They said they said wind chime, wind breaker, wind talker. Wind talkers, wind breakers, wind chimes. And then they said dream catchers, of course, flutes, Native Americans. Health. And then for some people, your health was not good, which is how you passed away. For some people, you were into your health, and some people, they said, different lifetimes, different storylines, take it as a resonate. But Egypt comes up, of course. They said, of course. They said the mummy is significant. The pyramids, the tombs, Giza. They said the boy who would be king. The boy king, King Tut, Nefertari. I know that's right. They said Bastet. They also said who? Osiris, Anubis, Bes, Kapora. I know that's right. They said come through, Egyptian Neteru. They said, do you know that you are you? Let me find out. Let me find out. Asia comes under Egypt, but it didn't come out. So I feel like some people might have, like, you might look, Egypt comes out again, and Asia comes out again. So I feel like for some people, they said on to the next one. We're on to the next lifetime of learning. They said we're in the afterlife right now. What they were saying about 125th in Harlem, they said 125 book. They said spell 125 in the Book of the Dead. Spell 125 in the Book of the Dead. Any other messages, guys? For some people, father comes up upside down because your father weren't. Your father wasn't there, and I'm feeling for some people, they said death of a salesman, traveling. Some people are traveling, and then they show me Prince of Egypt. They're showing me sand again, the wind, they said the desert. But some people weren't there. They wanted to be a father, but you weren't there because you couldn't be there for your family because you had to, travel for a salesman, travel to be a medicine man, travel to sell your wares, they said, so you can take care of your family. And some people died at war. Medicine woman or man comes out again, but authority figures are here. I feel like some people who did not listen to authority figures, and so they weren't around. Part of, I was telling my daughters yesterday that talking about karma and the land and, you know, why things happen on the land. Um, Let me gather my thoughts. I feel like, you know, when people talk about slavery and about black people, the abuse that we've endured is disproportionate to other races, they're telling me, but there's a reason for it because it's karma. So I want to know what our people did to the land, because this is what we're talking about at this point when the karma goes so deep. What did black people or people of color do to the land that was so, you know, fucked up, that was so disrespectful, that was so, you know, that ripped it apart so much that we have to pay it back in this manner? They said that's food for thought. So you do some homework. They said some people, they show me Life. Some people got caught up in with the wrong situations. The movie Life, in the 30s and 40s, I think. Some people got caught up and spent life in prison. They're showing me American Me. Mother. Some people are, they said some people have deep mother wounds because mommy, they said mommy dearest. I know personally I'm healing and transmuting, breaking my ancestral chains because my mother and that bloodline is, there's mental illness in the bloodline that was hidden from me. They said occult knowledge, hidden knowledge, higher learning. A lot of people are not further in life. They show me the M right here. A lot of people are not further in life because of mommy wounds, daddy wounds. Some people, they're telling me, they said mothers who couldn't love, you know, some people had fucked up moms, fucked up grandmothers, aunts, sisters, cousins. And this is the wound that we come to heal. This is the cycle that we come to break. They said mother, mater, mater. Some people, mother was an authority figure and they abused that authority. Or they show me the high honor card in the Kipper deck upside down. You were treated as an authority figure, a person of wisdom, a pedestal you were placed upon, but they show me the official person upside down. Somebody thought you were official and then got enlightened to the truth that you're officially mentally ill. This says 7:30, the 7:30 mental examination, New York City. This comes up again. They said, Illuminati. They said, get a fucking clue. This comes up. They said Boston Celtics. So the Boston Massacre, and they kept saying, who? Guru. New edition, Boston is significant. They said night at the Roxbury. So yeah. They said Maryland. They're showing me the letters MD. Native American, they said Suwannee, Ronkonkoma, Islip. This is Long Island information. But they said they're telling me Long Island. They said Long Island Railroad, and maybe that's one of the fault lines. For me, they keep telling me Philly. So when I'm talking about land clearing, I feel like maybe that's where I have to go because the treasury is in Philly. They said girls pee-pee when they see me, never hoes peep me. They said girls pee-pee when they see me, never hoes creep me in they teepee. They said forgive but do not forget. Just because you forgive somebody doesn't mean that you have to let them back into your life. They said forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. And they said some people are finally being forgiven this lifetime, and that's right. Some people are finally being forgiven from this lifetime. For, you know, the karma. They said the karma's paid. Any other messages, guys, from this past life day? And so who were you in a past life? Some people are getting, look, father comes up, but see how mother came up? So I feel like some people are, for this time it came up again, but mother came up twice, father came up twice. They said multiplicity. So I feel like for some people are healing their mother wounds, but not their father wounds. Do the homework. You need to heal both. You need to heal your inner child and play. They said it's time for play, retreat. Excuse me. Their father wasn't there, so you're going to be a better father. Excuse me. Your father wasn't there, and it is the karmic contract that you had to pay with your father. And they said you're going to be paying it forward. The contract with you and your son is different. Do your homework. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Like I said, it is the contract that you had to pay with your father, him being a deadbeat. My daughter's father, I used to call him a deadbeat. What I understand now is the karma that we had to pay from a different lifetime. So that still pisses me off, but I understand it from the observer's level now. Any other messages for past life reading? Look, some people couldn't have babies in other past lifetimes. They're showing me back in the slavery days how the slaves had to take care of the master's wife's baby. Some people couldn't have their own babies. You know, like I said, this is different lifetimes, different storylines, different messages for different people. Take it as it resonates. Some people cannot have babies in this lifetime or any other lifetime that you can't have babies in. They said sometimes the baby, I'm gonna put my arm down because it's hurting me, and that's what they're showing me. Some people's arms are hurting them from carrying the baby and breastfeeding different babies on the plantation. It was a tireless job, they said, and they said for some, they're showing me how this book I read, they're telling me to tell you guys, Many Lives, Many Masters. It was an amazing book. The book I'm reading now is called Journey of Souls. The book I'm going to be reading next is Life in Between Lives. And this stuff is deep. I want to know who I am. I want to remember who I am. So this is why I'm doing this work. Some people cannot have babies in this lifetime because they committed a crime against a child in other lifetimes. You either harmed a child or, like I said, committed some type of crime against a child. So they're telling me a past life regression would help for whoever this resonates for. I want to do it myself, but they said you can't just go to any Tom, Dick, and Harry. I feel like that resonates with somebody because I feel like somebody who went to somebody was named Tom, Dick, or Harry. They said, beware of the false prophets. They're telling me, what movie is this? Stir of Echoes. That was a good movie. She was messing around. They just watch the movie, but pretty much she hypnotized the main character, and after that he was seeing a whole bunch of fuck shit. So you can't just have any and anybody hypnotize you. Just said hypnotize. Biggie, 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 biggie. Can't you see? Some people didn't have babies because they finances. You couldn't afford a baby. You wanted one so much. They said 1930s is significant. You wanted some so much, but you couldn't afford it. Vows. they said some people broke vows and some people did not break vows. I found out in other lifetimes, which is why past life regression is good. I didn't do a past life regression, but Spirit gave me this information, and they lead me to other things and other bits of information to help me complete my puzzle. I took in several lifetimes, I took vows of poverty. So you have to be able to identify that. That's why sometimes in this lifetime, for years, my money was slow. Look at the S. They're showing you the money was slow because some people had spell work on them. Some people had taken vows of poverty. Some people were making wrong decisions. Some people were, people pleasing, spending it on the wrong things. But right now, they said, and that's the truth, Ruth. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. They said, I'm just being honest. The ancestors, we're just being honest. We want you to know who you are so you know where you're going. They said, yes, it sounds cliche, but that's the way it is. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. That's what they said. But have trust and faith. They said, keep your head up. Pac, what's good? They said, keep your head up, have trust and faith, have grace and mercy, and most of all, have gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunity that it presents. I know that's right, and I'm thankful for all of my other lives and all the lessons that that my soul has learned. They said higher learning, again. Sacred geometry is significant. They said turn it this way because the eye, the third eye is awakening. That's right. You heard that outside? Thank you so much for listening. You guys be well. See you guys next video.